Well, good day, everyone. Welcome back to Ron's audio series, and this is number 26. And we are again very, very honored to have Ron with us tonight to answer some of your questions. And so, welcome, Ron. Hope you're doing well.
Thank you. Yeah, I am, and I'm anxious to get into this. This will be fun again, as is always the case for
Yeah,
me.
and thanks to the members. Ron does put in his time here, but I don't want to forget the members that are involved in
Yeah.
answering these questions. So, thanks for bringing those in and keep them coming. And we'll go ahead and get started with the first question.
Okay, sounds good.
Good. Ron, if someone's heart is not at the frequency that I once had at the beginning of a marriage, and if I know I need to take action but have fear because of the disruption it will cause, how can I stay true to my heart and not allow fear to control me?
Um, that is a really good question, and it's a very personal one. And I would like to say my response on a more universal way so that because this is the type of question that a lot of people would ask if a marriage is runs its normal course. We have uh, we can it's not like we're allowing our heart to be untrue because the love quotient is as intense as it was when we got married. Um, it feels like what this question is asking is how do I get out of a marriage that's not good for me? She's calling it her heart, and that's okay. Um, if the marriage is, if you're staying in the marriage because of fear, then there's a lot of things that would be asked about that. Is it personal fear for your are you in danger? Um, or is it disruptive to um, end a marriage and have the problems associated with that? Um, Sometimes a marriage has run its course. Your time together has been uh, fulfilled, if that's the right way to say it, and it's time to separate. And and there may be other experiences. Now, this sounds like an older person that's staying in a marriage that he's not really happy with, and and the fear, is it because of the spouse, or is it because of the children that would cause problems? There's just a lot of questions involved in the answer that I just really don't know how to answer. But let me just say it this way: the heart is capable of tuning into you, or you're able to tune into your heart. Now, this is why in this kind of the last 2 or 3 years, I'm telling people that they need to learn how to receive from the Spirit and listen to the voice of the Spirit in helping them to get through these kinds of tough times. You may be in fear of what other people might say or do, or the danger of, not danger, but um, the children might be upset and cause problems for you because you didn't stick with a spouse that was, uh, you just lost the love, or the love that you had has run its course. And those are the kinds of things that you can tune into your heart and figure out if you'll listen to the voice of the Spirit and know for surety that the next step is something that the heavens will want you to go through. And so, on a personal basis, you need to ask. And on a personal basis, you need to learn how to receive from the Spirit so that when you do ask, this isn't the first thing probably that came into your life where you could really use some help in getting some directions from the heavens. So it's never too late to learn how to do that. And especially now, as we're getting closer, I should say, to the redemption experience, um, it's more important now that you learn how to listen to the voice of the Spirit so that the alliance can trust you in receiving a lot of money that you've never had before. So much money that it could change you. But most often the money won't change a humanitarian's heart. They won't go into I want to make a legacy for myself and da 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 da. Da. No, a true humanitarian doesn't change when they get a lot of money. And so the most important thing that you can do is to learn how to listen to the voice of the Spirit so that you can be directed in the things that you want to do. Now, you're going to get a counselor at that particular point in time, and you can counsel with your counselor, but your counselor will not make decisions for you. You have to learn how to do that yourself. They can ask you questions and help you to guide you to questions that will help guide you through circumstances. And you might be wondering if this person is going to be good for a director in the CAC. And, you know, the answer to that question is yes, they will. They'll not do, they'll ask you the questions. And this is the way the heavens work with us. It's your responsibility. And they're not going to take over for you. You are the one that has to make the decisions about those kinds of things after having received counselor with your counselor. So I can go on for a long time on that, but in this particular case, uh, be true to your heart and don't let fear control you. Um, set set your boundaries up for that, personal boundaries. If your marriage is destructive for you and destructive for the other person, then maybe it's time to free each other from that constraint and allow you to be free to make other decisions about your life. Um, and, you know, I send my blessings to those who are going through this because it's not really easy. I've had to go through uh, a painful divorce, and my children uh, did have consequences or did have some interruptions in their life, but the children are very resilient, and if you've been a good parent to them, they will understand, especially if they get older, when they get older. So um, I think that that's pretty much what I need to say, and and counsel with the Lord on these things, and establish your relationship, and it'll be so much easier for you to do. So that's probably the best advice I can give. Let's move on to the next question.
Okay, Ron, thank you so much. Such a very tough question that I know a lot of our members probably resonate with, and such
Yeah.
a heartwarming answer that you gave, and we thank you for that.
Well,
And
thank you.
we'll be right back with the next question.